Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Uchenna. In this video, I want to talk about seven signs, not signs, seven attributes basically, of true love. What true love means, yeah, and how do you know that this is a relationship of love? So first of all, love, as we know, is a give and take relationship. It's symbiotic in nature. It's not parasitic. So it's not one person giving and the other person taking. No, that's not the reason for going into a relationship. Um, is to give what you have. That should be the primary purpose of any relationship. Basically, is to give. If you're going to just take, only taking, then the relationship is going to be one-sided, lopsided, parasitical. Yeah, so that's the first thing, of course. It's a giving relationship. Both parties. Now, I'm talking to both people that are involved in um, what we define conventionally as a relationship. Is always between two parties. Not always. Like it's conventionally between two parties. It can be three, four. I don't know, but you know, I'm referring to two people um, who have who um, who have agreed to put themselves in a situation where they have to share their lives together. So yeah, both of you, in the sharing is about giving. So you bring what you have, the other person brings what they have, and both of you exchange your gifts, and both of you give yourselves space, to refill yourselves again and continue sharing and learning. That's the process. The process of learning is the process of giving. Giving what you know, giving your knowledge, giving your heart, giving your spirit. That's how we learn and grow. Yeah. So the second sign, is that both of you have clear, have a clear vision, of where you want to go combined, and then your own individual goals and visions for yourselves. So the combined vision, of course, has to do with the family unit. Where do you see yourselves going to? What kind of family do you want to be? What are the values you want to uphold in the family? What are the um, how are you going to model, yourselves to the world, basically, and to society? How do you live inside? What kind of values do you guys cherish on the inside? What kind of home are you creating? What is going to be the ambience of the home? Now, all these are visions. These are goals that we aspire to. Um, then, of course, there are the other external goals too, about finances. What are we working towards? How do we know when we're getting there? Hope nobody's sabotaging what we're doing. Yeah, so these kind of ideas, need to be exchanged within a relationship. So, of course, there needs to be open communication for the ideas to filter in, for the ideas to converge, for the ideas to take root. Yeah, so that's the second one. The third one is that both parties in the relationship see each other, and uh, I don't mean seeing with the physical eye because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about seeing somebody's pain, seeing somebody's problems, seeing somebody's aspirations, seeing somebody's vulnerabilities, seeing somebody's weaknesses, seeing somebody's strengths, um, seeing all those internal parts of the person that are not exposed to the physical eye. Now, when you're able to see those aspects of your partner, yeah, then that's when love starts to germinate. That's the beginning of the germination. Is in seeing the person for who they are, not who you want them to be or who you imagine that they are. And you cannot see somebody if you don't listen to the person. Um, it's by listening, by observing, you know, that we can absorb, um, we can embed who that person is. We can allow the spirit of the person to penetrate us. It's called empathy. That's what I'm trying to explain. You have to empathize. Yeah, and of course, it's both ways. It's both ways. If it's only one way, always, if it's only one way, there's going to be a problem. It's not going to balance. That's why I still believe in balance. I still believe in the middle way. The middle way is always the best way. The most difficult, but it's always the best way. Then the fourth sign or the fourth attribute is that both parties need to be vulnerable. Now this is a hard one, very hard one, because we keep a lot of secrets. We have we have built a lot of walls around certain emotions and certain feelings in our life, and we don't want to explore those sides. And the problem with the relationships, not problem, well, the the great thing about relationships is that the other person is there to trigger, they're there to prick those parts of you that you're hiding, those parts of you that you keep saying that you're trying to hide away from the world. No, they're there to unravel it and help you heal it. So if you're not ready for that, then don't be bothered with looking for, I mean, relationship that will last a long. Of course, you can do. There are different types of relationships for different reasons, but I'm assuming that we are talking about the same type that we are talking about here, and that's the one that will last, a long while, and that brings value to you and to the involved parties at the time. So vulnerability is key. Those things you're hiding, those your pains and everything, bring them out, discuss them. Then where am I? I think I'm in number 4. Okay. Then number 5, I wrote down here, is to embrace your weaknesses. You know, it's vulnerability again. Yeah, not hiding your weaknesses from your partner, not trying to be the strong person every time, because it's going to wear you down, it's going to break you down. All those roles that we give in relationships, they tend to stifle, the natural flow of two people, partners, in fluidity. So the relationship should be role fluid. Anybody can do anything at any time. So we need to embrace the weaknesses that we have already. We need to keep talking about those weaknesses. Keep not hammering on them as such, but how will I put it now? But helping to lift each other up. In moments of weakness, we try to elevate each other. Remember, this thing has to be balanced. Always, it's two-sided. One person can never carry the burden of two people. Everybody needs to be on their own journey. But when you're combining, there are extra responsibilities involved, because it's no longer just about you. It's now about you and other people. So that's it. Then another sign I thought about, number 6. The sixth sign I've seen is that true love normally comes. It just appears. We don't, like, if you're seeking for it. If you have your checklist and everything that you're using to look for love, then you're never going to find it. It just comes by chance. It comes in divine timing. The universe brings it to you when you're ready for it. People are going to come and test you, of course. Even though that checklist you're writing, so many people can meet those qualities or characteristics that you have outlined. So it still doesn't mean, because if you don't see who that person is, the inside of the person, then you're not going to have a fruitful relationship. So true love normally appears, just out of the blues when you least expect it. You cannot force it to happen. Yeah, you cannot force that kind of divine relationship. You cannot force your soulmate to appear. It's not possible. They just come. They gravitate towards you. The more authentic you are, the more the more people see who you are, and the more the people that are meant to be in your life come into your life. So by opening yourself up and being authentic, you're exposing the magnetic aspects of your life to attract. So the attraction is from the magnet that's inside the authenticity of your soul. So it will attract people that are meant to be in your life. Then number 7, because I said 7, I have to do the 7th one. Okay, the 7th one I've noticed, I think, has to do with demand, expectations. And expectation, as we know, is the mother of all suffering. So don't pile any expectation on your partners. Whatever you expect them to be that person for them. Don't suffocate them with your demands, the codependency and everything, because they can only do what they can do, and they are human, and they can never meet all your needs. They're not there to meet your needs. You should be able to meet your needs by yourself on your own. And you should be able to give them space to live, to breathe, without trying to suffocate them with your expectations. So if you're carrying expectations into a marriage, you're carrying baggage into the marriage, and that baggage is going to unravel and probably uproot and disrupt what you originally intended to do. So thank you, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.